Oh my gosh, y'all, you are going to love this vegan garlic butter chicken recipe. Let's go. The very first thing we're going to do is get a pot of salted water on to start boiling. While we wait for that, we're going to make the marinade for our soy curls, which will be our chicken substitute for this recipe. Soy curls are literally just one ingredient, non-GMO, dehydrated soy, which when soaked is rehydrated and then takes on any flavor you soak it in. I'll post a link in the description for where you can order, but you can also use tofu, chickpeas, cauliflower, and more for this recipe if you'd prefer. For this recipe, we're going to use just half a bag, so let's make our marinade first. Into a pot, we're adding some low sodium vegetable stock, our spices, which are onion powder, garlic powder, and black pepper, some vegan butter, and finally some sriracha, which you can do a little or a lot depending on your preference. Stir this together until simmering but not boiling, then we'll add in half the bag of dehydrated soy curls and push them down into the marinade and remove from heat. Now this recipe on the website doesn't call for asparagus, but I wanted to add it here to show you can get creative in your own way as long as you pay attention to the timings. Also cutting some baby potatoes and mincing some garlic, and then when you're done with that, you'll drop your potatoes in carefully to your pot of boiling water. We want to make sure that we're just parboiling just to get them softened, but not cooking the potatoes all the way through. I also just want to quickly talk about how in between you may notice me setting up and prepping for the next steps. It's always best to be prepared rather than running around and potentially burning something later. Once we have our potatoes out, we're going to grab some vegan butter into a cast iron skillet, which I love because it holds an even temp and gets some iron into our food. I melted some vegan butter and then we roasted our potatoes in our skillet along with our asparagus. You want to leave your potatoes on here without touching them for a few minutes. Careful not to burn so they get that nice crispy edge. Then we're going to remove it to a plate and then set it aside. Grab our now hydrated soy curls, and I want to show you the difference between what we started with and have now. Same skillet, some oil, and then add those soy curls. We want to get a nice sear on these developed, so we're going to cook them for a few minutes on each side. If at any time you feel like they're cooking too fast, you can lower your temperature and then just set those to the side as well. You'll notice from the soy curls that you have some browning at the bottom of your skillet. There's a lot of flavor there, so we're going to deglaze our pan with some low sodium vegetable stock here and then use a wooden spatula to scrape up what we can. Some more vegan butter, and then when we get all of that melted, we're going to add in our minced garlic. Once that becomes fragrant, we are going to add our soy curls back in along with some more spices. I'm going to add an all-purpose season blend, Italian seasoning, and red pepper flakes. Give that a good stir together and then add in your potatoes and any veg you may have added. Also, if you don't add the extra veg, this pairs nicely with a salad on the side if you'd like that. Combine it all together, let it heat through, and you have a delicious vegan meal. Full ingredient amounts and printable instructions found at makeitdairyfree.com, which is linked in the description box. Have an amazing day.